Hi, my name is Matilde Sanchez, and today I'm going to talk about infectious disease. Infectious disease is something we have seen all around us, and it's best portrayed by our zombie films, from Land of the Dead to Shaun of the Dead. They all help portray the infectious disease as something that gets transferred from one person, creature, or thing to another. But I'm here to talk about a way more dangerous infectious disease than our hypotheticals here. And what I'm going to talk about today is HIV. In talking about HIV, you have to first be able to define it. HIV stands for Human Immunodeficiency Virus. This means that it is a virus that attacks the human immune system. First, we're going to talk about what are some ways that HIV can be transmitted. Transmission can happen from sexual contact, it can happen from sharing needles, and it can happen from a mother to a baby, whether that's in the process of pregnancy, through birth, or while breastfeeding. So what are some ways that HIV cannot be transmitted? HIV cannot be transmitted through air or water. It cannot be transmitted through saliva, tears, sweat, closed mouth kissing, drinks, and food. Another way it cannot be transmitted is through insects or pet sharing or toilets. One thing about HIV that makes it very dangerous is that there is no effective cure at the moment. That means that people who do not want to get HIV have to be really aware of the protective measures that can be taken to prevent this infectious disease. So what are these protective measures? These protective measures include getting tested. Get tested if you think you're at risk of having HIV. Another way you could protect yourself from getting HIV is to make sure that when you wear condoms and you wear them correctly and safely when you're having vaginal or anal sex. It is also being able to not share needles. You could also contact your healthcare advisor and ask about pre-exposure or post-exposure prophylaxis. Post-exposure prophylaxis is to help you prevent HIV, but it has to be done within 72 hours of being exposed. The last way you can prevent HIV is to get regularly checked up for STDs. HIV goes through 3 different stages. HIV in stage 1 is called acute HIV infection. This means that your blood is infected with a lot of HIV. That also means that you are very contagious. This is sometimes where people are likely to show flu-like symptoms or sometimes no symptoms at all. Stage 2 of HIV is called chronic HIV infection. This is where people can take medication to avoid stepping into stage 3 of HIV. Stage 3 of HIV is called acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, which is also called AIDS. And this is the last stage of HIV. You have to be able to get tested regularly to make sure you don't have HIV in its first stages. That way, in case you do have HIV, you can tackle it during those first stages, making sure to take medication to have it from developing into a stage 3, to have it from developing into AIDS. This is all I have on HIV, but I hope that it was a useful video, and I hope you learned something new. Thank you.